What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are at Absolute Motors, who have built this Audi RS6 C8 with an urban body kit and some performance upgrades as well. So today I'm going to show you around it. We're going to show you all the cool stuff on it, all the carbon stuff, and then we'll take it for a little drive on this beautiful road. No Autobahn today for insurance reasons, but we're going to enjoy it nonetheless. So before we begin, make sure you're subscribed if you want to check out more videos. We upload daily, so there's a lot to choose from. Make sure you turn on the notifications as well by hitting the bell icon. You can also check out Absolute Motors on YouTube. They upload a couple of times a week as well. They make some cool videos, so go check them out by clicking in the top right corner. Alright, so it's, I don't know how many RS6 C8s we've done now, but this is definitely the most aggressive one. So as you can see, we've got this carbon fiber splitter down here. Urban Automotive are a UK based company, and they make these crazy body kits for G-classes, Range Rovers, Bentleys now as well, and Audi. This is like an add-on basically, so this is not as crazy as they get, but it is very, very nice, very beautiful. Definitely adds a lot of aggression to that already super angry front end of the Audi RS6 C8. We've got XPEL paint protection as well. This is XPEL Stealth, so that means that you get this matte look. You get your standard color, but just because of that paint protection film, it turns matte, which is pretty cool. And then we've got these absolutely massive wheels, 22-inch. That is massive indeed. These huge carbon ceramic brakes as well, massive brake calipers, painted in solar beam yellow. They also did that to the logos, as you can see, the Audi logo right there and the RS badge in the grille. And carbon ceramic brakes, really nice to have on a car like this, obviously. And then down the side we've got this side skirt, pretty pronounced, quite a big extension, with an urban badge there and an Absolute Motors logo on there as well. And then at the rear, carbon fiber diffuser, very pronounced as well, nice and racy. And then we've got this crazy Akrapovic exhaust, massive tailpipes with carbon as well, and it sounds ridiculous. It is very cool. As I said, we've done a lot of C8s, but this is definitely one of the craziest sounding ones. So the 4-liter V8 biturbo, stock 600 horsepower. This car actually has 718 horsepower at least, and around 1000 newton meters of torque. I say at least because it has a stage 2 tune by Absolute Motors, and it's been on the dyno, had 718 horsepower, but then they added the Eventuri intake. Beautiful, as you can see down here, all carbon, really pretty. So they added the Eventuri, and that actually adds, according to Eventuri, 79 horsepower. So maybe if the guys at Absolute Motors decide to put it on the dyno again, we'll communicate that with you. We'll let you know later on, but it definitely has a bit more than 718 horsepower. But this Eventuri looks absolutely gorgeous. This lower part as well, with that little plaque there, absolutely gorgeous. So the Eventuri adds a little power because it increases the airflow 90% in this case. So it adds power if you're stock stage 1, stage 2. It just adds more power in this stage 2 tune. So on the inside we've got another Absolute Motors detail, which is that they added this yellow stitching around the car on the dash as well, on the seats, as you can see, in the rear as well. And it is a very nice touch to, yeah, sort of tie in the outside accents with the interior. And that is what Absolute Motors do. You can do anything you want basically. You can go as crazy as you want. You can have an entirely new interior if you would like. They do Bugattis and Ferrari Monzas and whatever. It is really crazy. Very cool company. It's cool to have been there finally, because they've been working hard over the past 5 years and they've been growing really fast. So yeah, we've been wanting to go, and yeah, it's been really nice to be there and drive one of their cars. So I'm going to take it for a little drive now. We're going to put the car in dynamic mode. Okay. And then neutral. So we have that stupid soft limiter, of course. But it is a very dark and angry sound. I really like it. And it sounds very V8-y, you know? It sounds almost muscle car V8. So you can hear the big crackles on the upshift as well. It's a very big sound. That is intense. So you have those big crackles on the upshift as well, even if you're driving, you know, relatively slowly, but those shifts are very, very loud. And then if you shift down, of course, you get the big crackles on the overrun as well. I've got the roof open, so you can hear the sound a bit better. But it is very, very loud. And it is very fast as well. We've talked about this before. The stock Audi RS6 C8 can really do with a tune. It doesn't feel fast. It's a shame we can't go to the Autobahn today, but I imagine that this car will go through the 300 km/h barrier a lot easier than a stock one, because that really struggles. It really struggles past like 280 to get there. It's horrible. It's not very RS6 like. So if we give it a bit of decent throttle, oh, that is quick. We also measured this car, of course, 0 to 100 3.16 seconds, and 100 to 200 in 7.1. So that is very decent. Well, it's better than decent. That is a very good result for a car with this power. It's around the expected area, so that is always nice. Oh man, such a nice car. It's really grown on me, this RS6, this generation. The first time I drove it, I really didn't like it because I felt it was too quiet and not fast enough. But every time I drive one, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a really, really good car, because it's so comfortable. And if you have a nice tune on it and a decent exhaust, it sounds really like dirty. Now the nice thing about that e-Venturi is that you have a nice intake sound as well. So you can't really hear it in here because the car is so well insulated, but yeah, I can hear it a little bit. Maybe if I open the window. Yeah, there it is. I hope you guys can hear that properly, but that sounds super awesome together with that loud, deep Krapovich exhaust. And then that suction sound. Darth Vader breathing. That's really awesome. Now this was the daily of one of the owners of Absolute Motors, and that's the nice thing about this car. I believe this car also has air suspension, so if you go for comfort, the valves in that Krapovich close, you have the most comfortable gearbox and engine settings, and then you've got that super comfy suspension. It's just mega comfy as a daily driver. It is incredible. The duality of the character of this RS6, if you put a tune and an exhaust on there, is really nice. But as you can hear and see, I mean, you don't hear that exhaust anymore. It is really, really good. Absolutely love this car. I don't think I've ever had a car that I really hated in the beginning that I love so much after like a year or something. It's a really good car. And Absolute Motors did an awesome job because everything works really well. It performs well, it sounds great. Okay, let's switch back to dynamic. Oh, yes. Man, what a car. Absolutely loved this Absolute Motors RS6. Thank you guys for having us. It was a pleasure meeting you and driving your car. I hope we can do more stuff in the future. To you guys, thanks so much for watching. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out Absolute Motors channel by clicking their logo on screen right now. You can check out this video on the right or this playlist on the left. See you at the next one. Bye.